Welcome to Monday. It's the day after Mother's Day. Hopefully, all you moms out there had a wonderful day, and your children honored you in a special way yesterday.
Yeah.
Would you say yours is delayed?
A little bit delayed. My sister lives a state away, and she'll be home this coming weekend, so that's when we're doing our Mother's Day festivities.
Gotcha. All right. My mother lives in heaven, and so I couldn't go over and say hi.
She was having a good time without you.
Yes. I am an afterthought. But one of these days, we'll get a chance to have a reunion. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Welcome to the program. It is Monday. I'm Dan Ramey, and he is
Aaron Glandon.
We are here for your informational entertainment.
Infotainment.
Or they'd be like information.
I think the term is infotainment.
Is that right?
I think that's been around
Something
for a while.
that someone came up with at some point in time.
Yeah.
So we're going to inform you on the forecast. It is a picture-perfect day right now, but we do have increasing clouds expected. Temperatures in the 60s, and overnight lows will be around 45 degrees tonight with clear conditions. Sunshine tomorrow, 70 again, and Wednesday there's a chance of showers with a high to reach around 71 degrees. But I think that's the best chance of rain. And if I heard correctly last night while I was kind of working but also listening to the newscast on Channel 4, I think Ben Gilbert said that we'll have that chance of rain Wednesday, but temperatures in the 80s this coming weekend.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
So I need to get my housework done, the outside parts, before
you start sweating.
Yes.
He's a new homeowner. Congratulations.
I am a brand new homeowner.
Yes. Coming up in a moment, more news that you can use. It's beneficial for your day, certainly. That's all just ahead. But first, we want to tell you about heating, cooling, and plumbing. How's your new home on?
It's got central HVAC.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Well, when it breaks down, you know who to call.
I do.
Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Your trusted comfort advisor, your home or your business. Or if you are putting in a big building of some sort, they can do all the industrial stuff too. You want to find out more about what Accurate does? Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website. That's littermedia.com, and it takes you to their website, accuratehvac.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Where can people find what we're talking about today?
You can find everything we ever talk about on littermedia.com, including articles, YouTube videos, and links to our social media sites, all in the upper right-hand corner, including X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Litter Media Radio, and Spotify. There's also a bunch of stuff in the header that we never discussed during this segment. We have services, our Contact Us page, including About Us. If you want to get to know me and Dan a little bit better, you can find that info on littermedia.com, as well as all of our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Weeks and our Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Weeks, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Is it Player of the Weeks or Players of the Week?
Let us know in the comments below what you think.
While you ponder that, just as the weekend was starting, news comes out that there is a change of leadership at Bishop Flaget School, announcing the hiring of Aaron Brown as its new principal. Brown, a very familiar face around town. He's a Chillicothe native, longtime teacher. He's been a Catholic most of his life, I believe, if not all of his life, and administrator in the Chillicothe City Schools District. And Brown replaces Dr. Ricks, who spent the last year as principal. Aaron and Bishop Flaget board member Andy Tomlinson will be visiting us for a special edition of Litter Media Live soon. In fact, Andy called me on Friday and said, hey, we need to do a segment if you don't mind. And I'm thinking, okay, talk about insurance. What do you want to do? No, I mean, for Bishop Flaget, you've got a new principal. What? And so I've known Aaron since he was in high school. And congratulations to Aaron. Got a good guy that's going to be leading Bishop Flaget.
Yeah. Strong name, too.
Yeah, that Brown name. It's really strong.
That's not really what I was talking about.
I figured as much.
This Friday, the Ross County Park District will hold a grand opening of the Gary Merkamp Environmental Learning Center at Buzzard's Roost Nature Preserve. This center was named after the district's first director ever. The den will give the community a fun, safe place to discover, play, and learn ways to protect nature. Friday's event is open to the public to check out the space, enjoy some fun, interactive elements, or just hang out on the deck and relax in nature at Buzzard's Roost. The den is suitable for all ages, and the Park District notes handicap parking is only available at the top of the hill. Special accommodations are required by calling 740-773-8794.
Now, when this release came out from Miranda Vance over the weekend, I didn't follow up with her to ask about this, but having your history with the Park District, was that building already in existence?
It was there, but it was kind of just our meeting room.
That's what I was thinking.
We referred to it just as the A-frame building.
So it's been refurbished into now this center.
Yes.
An environmental learning center.
And I'm excited to see it because I know what it used to look like, and it wasn't anything special. It was just a building.
Gotcha. So you planning on going Friday then for the opening?
I would love to, yeah.
Okay. All right. Assignment made on the air.
On the air.
It was STEAM Day down at Western Local Schools in Latham Friday. That's where I was traipsing around with my camera. You'll find a set of videos on our YouTube channel today. A walkthrough of the event. You'll hear from STEAM teacher Jennifer Buckler. She's going to be coming up here in just a moment. And I'm working on a video doing the finishing touches on an interview with Superintendent Brock Brewster, who talks more about the West LA ecosystem that's been built on the campus. He and students made a presentation at Shawnee State University last week about West LA, and they're also going to be making another presentation soon to another learning institution as well. Let's introduce you now to Jennifer Buckler in a quick conversation she and I had during STEAM Day.
Tell me what this is like. You've got a bunch of people here this time compared to last year.
Yeah, we had 110 confirmed guests. I think I had 3 no-shows today. I'm not going to call you guys out. And it was a little overwhelming getting everyone in this morning, but very rewarding to see how many people show up for our kids.
The expression on the kids' faces has been incredible.
Yeah.
And you see that every day, but to see them with other people doing it has to be joyful.
Yeah, for sure. I love that the kids are getting to be hands-on and communicate with people that they don't see or know on a daily basis. So I think it's also double rewarding for the folks that have volunteered today and to get to see how special our kids are.
Preparation for this probably started May 9th of last year.
It did, actually. Yeah, we tried to double down on and get some folks back that were here last year, and then in September, Mallory Williams and I sat down. Mallory is the career person on the high school side, We sat down and really dove into some of our high school data, our grit assessments, and looked at our kids' aptitudes and their exposure gaps, and we started inviting people to meet those needs and to help kind of inspire our high school kids a little bit more, keeping it fun and light, but also making it a little bit more meaningful for them.
The city of Chillicothe has shared a time-lapse of the construction work in Yoctangi Park, and this 17-second video shows the progress of the exterior of the pavilion being raised and the seat walls being set for the amphitheater. The new Diamond Number 1 is taking shape across from Balmer Field. The skate park is going in by the sand volleyball courts. Lots of stuff going on. Plans are to have construction finished later this year.
I rolled through the park the other day just to see what the latest is, and I had forgotten about them putting in a new Diamond Number 1.
Yeah.
I don't know where Chillicothe's marching band is going to practice now, because that was the practice field that they used in recent years. But and that's also where they used to play flag football for the adult football league. Mm-hmm. So they'll be jostling a lot of this stuff around. Someone asked, where's the skate park? Well, it's down by the beach volleyball net.
It looks like they're still putting up the half pipe and stuff. They've got it all gathered in that area, but they haven't assembled it yet.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff continuing to progress through Yoctangi Park. I know that they've had a lot of events in the park already. The Feast of the Flowering Moon will take place. We don't know what it's going to look like, though. I was talking with folks at the Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau last week during the Pineapple Awards, and I said, so what's the feast going to look like? And I got this. And so we know that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I know they'll most likely be using Water Street, but we're already got all these weird ways to get around town now because of the construction going on. So be patient, enjoy the feast as best you get you one of those lemon squeezer things, and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'll be happy. Also, Waverly held its first Yellow Day.
We've seen how Chillicothe does Yellow Day
over the weekend, similar to Chillicothe's Yellow Day, with random acts of kindness occurring. Waverly's Farmers Market was also going on that day, too, so there were vendors all over the place as we were walking our way through to check this out. One of the things I like that they did, this is a 12 until 6. There's the mayor right there. Good to see you there. Also, they had that stage area there, live music.
That's cool.
Now, when the music didn't happen while I was there, they had a DJ playing some music, but a lot of happy faces, a lot of people shooting bubbles everywhere, and it was an absolute blast to get a chance to see Waverly jumping in there. That was Debbie Bandy. Mm-hmm. She works for my dentist.
Okay.
And so we had to say hey, right? So if you want to see this video, it's available at littermedia.com. We got some photos there for you, too. There's Tony Montgomery, Pike County Commissioner, and it would have been cool to see him wear one of those sunflower hats. I think that maybe next year. Yeah. Maybe next year. But a lot of fun. You can see more about this all on our Facebook page as well as YouTube. The Chillicothe Yellow Day is focused more towards elementary age kids, while Waverly's was more along the lines of the adults. But it was for all ages in that fact. So it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Last week, we shared those who were finalists for the Corrections Officer of the Year. And on Friday, Officer Brittany Booker of the London Correctional Institution was presented with the honor. Congratulations, Officer Brittany Booker of London Correctional Institution.
A couple of our local health districts have some events coming up this Saturday. Pickaway Health will host Color Your World with Hope. That event just got an email reminder from the Pickaway County Chamber of Commerce on this, too. It supports mental health awareness in partnership with NAMI, local organizations. The event takes place in Mary Kreitz Park. This will be up in Circleville. Registration begins at 9:30 Saturday morning with a fun walk and 10 a.m. Then afterwards, a party at 11 o'clock featuring speakers and demonstrations, food, and coffee trucks. I think that's food trucks and coffee trucks.
Yes.
And they'll have a DJ there for you, too.
That sounds like a swell time. Mm-hmm. The Ross County Health District will host a rabies vaccination event this Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. It'll take place in the Big Lion Shelter in Yaktangi Park, and the cost is $10 per vaccine. Quantities limited, and they'll be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis. Dogs will need to be on a leash or a harness, and cats kept in their carrier.
Mm-hmm. And they look happy, don't they?
They do, because they don't have rabies. Mm-hmm. And it's only $10 per vaccine. That's a great price.
We had our shots. Get yours today.
Yeah.
That's what they look like they're saying there. Today is the last day that you can get registered for your team for the Gus Macker Chillicothe. Gus Macker weekend is May 30th and 31st. Entry fee is $188 per team, with proceeds benefiting Southern Ohio Fellowship of Christian Athletes. FCA Regional Director Brian Grigsby is making a presentation almost as we speak to the Noontime Rotary Club and their luncheon at the St. Mary's Life Center downtown. And that gets underway here in about 35 minutes. So people will hear more about it.
All right.
And they'll want to participate.
And if you want to hear more about it, we have an interview with Brian Grigsby on our YouTube channel from how long ago was that? Just a couple weeks?
Just a few weeks ago. And he will be back in next week, I think it is. We're going to talk with someone via Zoom. We'll pre-record it and share it a little bit later on.
All right.
Talk about the fellow who's coming to Gus Macker on Gus Macker weekend. He was here last year. Had his documentary crew with him and everything. So we're going to find out more about his part of ministry and the impact that was made at Gus Macker last year and what they hope to do again this year.
All right.
So looking forward to that. All right, coming up in a moment, we've got to look at sports. There's been a change in basketball again. So details are all just ahead. The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org. Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health. We tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service. Local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Time for sports, and a little surprising information out of Pickaway County. I guess the decision was made about a week ago, but that guy right there, Josh Blakeman, Circleville is now looking for a new basketball coach after the D4 Coach of the Year stepped down last week. And last November, just a few days before the season opener, Blakeman stepped in to fill the vacancy created when Mike Medic resigned due to health reasons. Suddenly, the Tigers didn't have a coach. And so Josh stepped up. And what happened? Blakeman led the Tigers to its only Final Four appearance ever and a 23-5 record. Now, in a correspondence with Athletic Director Jason Wells, he tells me that the job is currently posted through this Friday. So they've got a number of candidates apparently already, and they will select a handful of candidates to come in for an interview and then convene a committee to screen and interview those candidates. So that's what's ahead for Circleville girls basketball. But I got news for you. Josh's daughter, Maddie, many remember her. She was the only senior on that team. So everybody's coming back, and they should be loaded for bear again.
Yeah.
I mean, Maddie was a vital part of the offense and defense. But I got news for you. This bunch coming up, watch out.
Yeah, you don't get to 23-5 just because of one player.
Yes.
So the rest of that team, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Josh. Did a great job. And I know he'll have something fall into his lap again, like it always seems to. But we appreciate what he's done for Circleville girls basketball and wish him well. And I see that wearing my Taze Valley colors today.
Yeah.
In other sports.
Yeah.
Lancaster wrapped up the OCC Buckeye baseball title on Friday with a win over Canal Winchester. That is 4 straight OCC championships in the Buckeye division for the Golden Gales. I guess I'm also wearing Lancaster colors today, too. This, of course, you can find more on the Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School scoreboard. We have posted the games that are scheduled for today, so you can go through those. Some of them are the final regular season games for softball, because softball postseason games begin tomorrow. And the OHSAA baseball pairings were released yesterday, with play beginning next week. Among the teams we follow, Jackson, Huntington, Memphis, Fairfield Union, and Greene were all top seeds in their respective divisions. You can see the brackets and on links in our story, not only for all of the Southeast District teams, but also for the Central District teams, because we have like Amanda Clear Creek, some of the Mid-State League schools are in that Central District. Taze Valley is in there. Also, Logan's thrown into that bunch, along with Lancaster, too. So good luck to those teams as they start next week. And some of those games we played right out here at VA Memorial Stadium.
Yes, they will. Mm-hmm. An exciting time for baseball.
Yes.
We talked last week about the Ohio High School Basketball Coaches Association's proposal for using the shot clock in high school basketball. Well, the OHSAA has permitted the coaches to use a 35-second shot clock in experimental games. Over the weekend, they introduced 16 showcase events, which will be using the shot clock. And you can see them right here. These are all the games coming up this basketball season where they'll test out the shot clock.
I like number 10 there, the AIAI Shot Clock Showcase.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get any more blatant than that. And I know I've been reading some of the commentary that people have followed our story about this. Some think that the OHSAA needs to get on board right now, push this thing through. But again, it really comes down to costs. And there's a lot of school districts, as Doug Ute, the OHSAA commissioner, told us last week. He said, you've got some schools that can write a check for it today, but you've got some smaller schools that just can't do that. Yeah. And he says, as a former superintendent, I cannot place such a cost on a school that's already strapped, thinking I'm cutting teachers because my budget's so tight.
Right.
So it's the Coaches Association doesn't see it that way. OHSAA is trying to act in a responsible way. We won't see it in the near future, but they are allowing the Coaches Association to have certain events like the 16 tournaments that we showed to you there. We by the way, we don't know what schools are participating in those tournaments. They didn't release that information, but I'm sure we'll find out soon.
Yeah, because you can see in our video tour of the new Lancaster High School, they built a shot clock into their arena because I think the assumption was, well, it's going to happen eventually.
Right. And it may. It may within the next 3 years maybe.
Right.
I would say the earliest you'll see it would be 3 years. I just don't see them moving that quickly on it.
Yeah.
But for all the coaches that want to see a shot clock, and I got a feeling there's a lot of coaches that don't want a shot clock too.
As a fan of high school basketball, I don't see a need for it.
Yeah. Well, I know there is so much concern about the stall tactics. It makes for boring basketball. But if you have the ability to pass the ball in an effective manner, and I like watching a team work the offense, get the open shot, and then get it.
Yeah. It's entertaining.
I like that.
Yeah.
But not everybody can do it well. And I think that's where it's like, let's just speed it up. Well, then there's the group that says, well, now you're taking away the fundamentals from the kids, and you're going to have a bunch of people just throwing up shots no matter what. I don't know.
It's a possibility.
I just don't know.
Well, my mindset is if you don't like playing against stall tactics, then learn to defend against it.
Amen to that. If you don't like facing the zone defense, it's because you probably don't like playing zone offense. And that was one thing that Gary Kello, when he was with the Cavaliers, stressed a lot. He says, we're going to face a lot of zones, so let's make sure we can run a zone offense.
Yeah.
And then it's not a problem. But, you got to be able to make shots when you play that kind of offense. Reds made some shots. How about this? Finally snapped that losing streak on Saturday with a 3-1 win over Houston. Yesterday, they blanked the Astros 5-0 to win the series. They're off today and back at it with the Nationals tomorrow night in Cincinnati. This Cubs team that they got swept by, they've got 20 wins on the season, or 24 wins on the season. They have had 2 10-game winning streaks, and they have gone from worst to first, and the Reds, thanks to that 8-game losing streak, went from first to worst.
Yep.
They're still 3 games above 500. They're in last place, but they're tied with Pittsburgh, I believe, at 5 games behind the Cubs because of the Cubs' winning streaks.
You also got to consider we're less than 30 games into the season.
Right. And I go back to the old adage that I heard from Jeff Shaw. He was on the radio one day on the Reds Radio Network. Jeff, of course, was from Washington Courthouse. And he said, I had a buddy tell me one time, I think it was a manager he was playing for. He says, you're going to win 40 games. Everybody's going to lose 40 games. And what happens in the 82 games in between those?
Yeah. Nobody's record right now is indicative of how the season's going to end.
Right. Unless you're the Dodgers.
Right.
Because that's usually how it goes.
As far as the Guardians go, they split their first 2 games with the Twins and then dropped yesterday's game 5-4. So no luck on that series for the Guardians, but they'll host the Angels in a set beginning tonight.
Mm-hmm. The Ohio State men's and women's tennis teams are super regional champions together. It's the first time both teams have won super regional championships since 2017. Congratulations. I think some of this was played at Ohio State, and now it's on to the NCAA finals, I believe.
Yeah.
So good luck to them.
Men's quarterfinals, I saw that they will be playing on the 14th. I didn't see a date for when the women's will be playing.
Probably the same time, be my guess.
What makes it super regionals?
I think it's because it's a large section.
Okay.
I think they divide the country up into regionals.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's the same thing with basketball.
Right.
Only basketball doesn't use the word super.
Right.
It's like when they went to a one district thing in the OHSAA, when they broke all the things down, they were calling it a super sectional. Well, it's really not sectionals anymore. It's one big giant district with district quarterfinals being what used to be sectional championship games. So they just threw the name super in there, I believe.
It's a fun word. It makes things sound.
It makes things
very important.
Super.
Yes.
Superman, right?
Yeah. The Cleveland Cavaliers will host the Pistons tonight in Cleveland, and they trail Detroit 2-1 right now.
That they do.
So, and it's a best of 4?
No, 7.
First 2-4 is that what I'm going to say.
First to 4, yeah. And I think the New York Knicks are already there in the Eastern Conference Finals.
So they're resting
awaiting either the Cavaliers or the Pistons. Now, Friday, I was not here, and I forgot to get our Player of the Week nomination to you.
Last week, I had my days mixed up. I forgot it was a Friday on Friday.
And just breezed right past the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. So,
presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Here it is. Our Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week is Piketon's Sadie Childers, presented by Homeland Credit Union. The junior is 14-0 on the season. She's 23-2, speaking of the Red Streaks, she and her team. She has a 2.48 ERA. She's also batting .409 this season. Childers and her teammates are at home with Lucasville Valley this afternoon. They'll open up the postseason Wednesday with West Union in Piketon. So we take our Red Streaks caps off and congratulate Sadie Childers. Now, to nominate a player, just simply email littermedia@gmail.com and tell us about your player nomination. And also, if you've got a photo of some sort, we'd like to have that as well.
Yeah, she's a regular Ted Williams out there batting .400. That's impressive.
Yeah, Ted wasn't a pitcher, though.
So no, but he batted .400.
Yeah, he did.
He's the greatest hitter of all time in Major League Baseball.
He's right up there, yes.
Not right up
He
there.
has the stats. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell him what's next.
What is next? Oh, we have this date in history. On the way, I was thinking of something else. There's a player that comes to mind, and I'll share it with you off air, and then if need be, we'll share it on air.
Okay.
So that's all just ahead.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. Nearly 100 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people. LitterPropane.com.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
All right, viewers, what's a bigger number, 400 or 300?
He's learning about Tony Gwynn today. Yes, I'm all about Ted Williams. However, Tony Gwynn played for 20 seasons.
There's something to be said about consistency.
And for 19 of those straight seasons, he batted over 300. He retired with a .338 career batting average, highest mark since Ted Williams retired in 1960. Gwynn also holds the highest adjusted batting average of all time at .342. And he's in the Hall of Fame as well.
Not impressed.
Not impressed.
I am impressed, but I still think Ted Williams gets my vote.
Yeah. Tony Gwynn's got to be part of the argument, though. 3,141 hits.
I don't think Barry Bonds is part of the argument. That's my controversial opinion.
I want to know your baseball history instructor, Dr. Mark Smith, how Tony Gwynn did not come up in the conversation. And did he fall asleep when you mentioned it if it did come up?
I don't think I ever fell asleep in that class. I skipped it one time, I believe, because it was crunch time on a paper and I procrastinated too much. But if Tony Gwynn was brought up, it would have been that class that I skipped. Because I took good notes in that class, too.
Glad to hear you came clean on, yeah.
I think Dr. Mark knew my situation that day.
Okay, this date in history. Let me pull my script up. I'm typing in something here. This date in history, 1969, British comedy troupe Monty Python's Flying Circus forms, made up of Graham Chapman, Jonathan Cleese, Terry Gilliam, Eric Idle, Terry Jones, Michael Palin. They gave us The Holy Grail.
The funniest movie ever made.
They gave us a wonderful weekly TV show that I watched as a kid. And just the comedy, it was okay for guys to cross-dress in Monty Python's
like
Flying
Bugs
Circus.
Bunny, yeah.
And one of my favorites was always Jonathan Cleese in the School of Extraordinary Walks. You gotta, if you've never watched Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Now, I've never seen any Flying Circus, but I've seen Holy Grail and Life of Brian.
So you've only seen the movies?
Yeah. There's another movie.
You got to see the show. I mean, forget about Saturday Night Live. You got to see Monty Python's Flying Circus. Yeah.
And we had another one.
We do. 1981, Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical Cats, based on the poetry by T.S. Eliot, directed by Trevor Nunn. It opens in the New London Theatre in the West End of London. 8,949 performances.
That's a lot.
And I'm trying to remember how long, like Chorus Line and It, I think, were two of the longest running. A Chorus Line, which of course was with, isn't that horrible? I can see his face, Marvin Hamlish. Marvin Hamlish came to Columbus, ended up marrying the Channel 6 weather girl, but he came back to Columbus when I was working there at Easy 108, and we were playing some Marvin Hamlish tunes. And he came into the studio, and I had an opportunity to interview Marvin Hamlish, one of the greatest Broadway writers of all time.
All right.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Now, I've never seen the play, Cats, the musical, but I've seen the movie when that came out, and I don't recommend it. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. So this is what I looked up. What did Ted Williams think of Tony Gwynn? According to the AI overview from Google, Ted Williams,
I don't trust it.
Ted Williams regarded Tony Gwynn as one of the best pure hitters of his era.
Of his era being the key words.
And with his focus on hitting mechanics and kindred spirit, often expressing admiration for Gwynn's technique and devotion to the craft. Williams developed a close mentorship with Gwynn, telling him he loved watching him hit. If I remember correctly, it was either a World Series that Tony Gwynn was in, or it was an all-star game, and Ted Williams was being carted out on a golf cart. And there was this long handshaking relationship between the two of them, and he was talking of his admiration for Tony Gwynn at that point in time.
Humility from Ted Williams.
One of the greatest baseball players of all time.
But he never said, "You're better than me."
I don't know that.
If he would have said that, then I might give it to you. But
yeah, I don't think you would. I don't think you'd give it to me at all.
All right.
All right.
What's our national days today?
National days, what are they? Did you do them for the weekend also?
I forgot. Eat what you want day.
You forgot it was Friday, wasn't it?
Foam rolling day.
Foam rolling day?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Doesn't say anything about it. Twilight Zone day and Women's Checkup day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take part in Eat What You Want day.
I'm assuming that
right now.
Women's Checkup Day is because of Mother's Day being yesterday.
Maybe.
Would be my guess.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. I think that's it for the program.
I think it is.
Okay. Having said that, we will be back at it again tomorrow. If you want to weigh in on Tony Gwynn or Ted Williams, put it in the comments below. Before we wrap up.
What other debates did we have? Because there was something else that we said. Say it in the comments.
I can't remember.
I don't remember what it was.
I can't remember. Before we wrap up, got to say happy birthday to Jacob Meredith. He's the man behind Traffic Light Sports.
Happy birthday,
and,
Jacob.
Always watches, and we appreciate what he's doing up there. Now with the Circleville Herald, our little fella has branched into becoming a sports editor.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Jacob, and happy birthday to you. All right, that's it for the program. Back at it again tomorrow with another edition of Litter Media Live.